What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Fiendsmith Chimera going up against Mimighoul on the right side, which is with the Kashtira and the Fiendsmith stuff. You know, Fiendsmith being splashed everywhere. The Chimera deck's going to be able to choose to go first here, which is really cool that they actually can bridge into the stuff by using the copy of the Adjusted Gold or the Necrom to get into the Adjusted Gold, which is a late Fiend. We are going to be seeing a Mirror Swords Knight being normal summon, activating the effect, going into a copy of Gazelle. Gazelle going to be able to search for the copy of the Fusion. We're going to activate the effect and fuse off. We do have a copy of the Illusion in the hand to go up into the copy of the one that sends here from the deck. So choosing to go over this instead of the hand rip, the Bephermat, I believe is the one. Now we send the copy of the Necrom to the graveyard, and this is going to be so that what we can do here is we can actually we can banish that to summon out the copy of the Adjusted Gold from the deck, which allows us to play with the Fiendsmith cards rather than before where you want to go for the copy of Chimera to just rip one. We're going to be seeing the Quaddle here search for a copy of the Bephermat. Then we're going to go up into the copy of the Adjusted Gold by banishing the copy of Necrom, linking away into the Requiem. Then Requiem's going to be bringing out the copy of Fiendsmith. What's also really cool is that the Fiendsmith and the copy of the Bephermat are both level 6s, so we can play some really weird lines as well to summon out a bunch and then go up. We're going to be going up into the copy of Necro Princess, going then up, bringing out the copy of the Engraver once again, linking away into Yama, searching for a copy of Shavara. So if you have not noticed, a lot of the decks are now pivoting towards a level 6 turbo, with the Bestials as well as the copies here of the Engravers and the Shavaras, some of the Fiendsmith piles, even the copy of Princess being a level 6 allows us to go into different lines here with the potential of seeing Caesar banned alongside the Beatrice. At the time, I am recording this on Sunday. I believe it is currently the 18th. We could be getting a ban list within the next week, so this kind of might be uploaded after the ban list, but before the ban list announced. So we could see Caesar and Beatrice both being banned. Both those cards are kind of disgusting. We're going to be going into a line where Yama adds back, and then Rage summons back, or adds back the copy of Engraver, which we then activate, search for the track, and then track can then search for a copy of Lurie, discarding the Lurie, letting us go up into a sequence here. We're then going to go the effect up into a Lacrima. Lacrima is going to be able to bring out the copy of the Engraver here. And we are going just for some bigger lines than before, with a bunch of different stuff here, with the Rage and most likely a copy of Caesar. What's really cool is that we didn't have access to the Fusion, the Chimera Fusion. We could have gone up into a copy of Beatrice to send it to gain access to it that way. But there's just lots of different ways we can go into here. We see a thinking, maybe a Nibiru going to be dropped, but no, we're going to be seeing a Chimera Fusion used once again. And they're going to use the copy of Engraver alongside the copy of Bephermat to go up into, the Lacrima and the Bephermat to go up into another copy of the Bephermat, which I'm not sure that they can do because I'm pretty sure that guy's a Fiend. Yeah, both of them are Fiends there, so they can't do that. It says two monsters with different types. Hopefully we catch that there. I'm going to see a Muckraker being made. Then we're going to link up into a copy of the Griffin. I'm not too sure that it makes that much of a difference that we chose to go for the Bephermat line here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can't use two Fiends for... Okay, they are catching that now. But they're going to go for Magnum. Yeah, that's fine. So kind of worse for us. But we are going for a Griffin, which is going to be pretty good. We are going to be resetting the copy of the Chimera Fusion by setting the copy of Forbidden Droplets, and we get to draw a card as well with the Griffin. Then we're going to activate the effect here to bring back out the copy of the Bephermat with the copy of the Muckraker there. We're going to set two cards and just pass turn on this. We do have a copy of Griffin live here. Nightmare Griffin locking out most of the opponent's monsters, but we are going to be having the effect of Mimighouls to be able to set it into their copy of set their copy there, which we are going to be seeing a Mimighoul Dragon going to be activated, setting itself into the copy of the Griffin Zone. It's special summon, and it is linked to that Griffin. We do see a Prod of Prosperity here, maybe digging for an Archfiend or something of the sorts to flip it face up to destroy their entire board. You know, if there is a deck that's going to beat this, it's going to be Mimighoul. We're going to be seeing a Dungeon Ash and a Fenrir here being... We add the Fenrir. So we're going to special out the Fenrir, I believe. And we still have to find a way to kind of break this. If we had Archfiend, we would be able to flip it face up immediately. We do have Archfiend. Oh my gosh. So Archfiend's able to flip up the copy of Dragon here. That's crazy. And that's going to be destroying the entire field. And so we are thinking about protecting with Muckraker. But you can't do that, unfortunately, because you can't protect with other cards marked for destruction. And because Mimighoul Dragon wants to destroy all other cards on the field other than Mimighoul monsters. The copy of Muckraker is already trying to be destroyed. The Griffin's already trying to be destroyed. The copy of the Bephermat alongside the Magnum are all trying to be destroyed already. They're marked for destruction. Therefore, the Muckraker cannot protect by using a card that's already sent for destruction. That's unfortunately just how the game works. They are going to go ask a judge for that, so that's what we're going to be. We see Todd taking a photo of the board, and they say it's just like Huggins, where if it's going to be destroyed, it can't protect itself, which is true. They're just looking it up. So we do see the Dragon destroy the entire board, and that's going to be absolutely crazy. Just essentially clearing the entire thing with a combo of 2 cards here. Yeah, that definitely sucks. I wonder if, even if we would have fused, it wouldn't have made a difference. But we see our entire board being destroyed, and then they go Talents, take their hand, and they do rip the Ash Blossom out, choosing to keep the Imperm, which is interesting to me. Why would they keep an Imperm in the hand? I'm not too sure. Maybe they thought that the board was already breakable enough, or unbreakable, so you feel the need to set the copy of Imperm, rather have another card in the hand to kind of act like a bluff. Or it could be a droplet as well, they're being set. But we're going to be seeing them go up into a Moon, go up into Requiem, then go up into the Engraver. They're going to be after the effect, equipping the Engraver, or Requiem with the Engraver here. And this can give us access to the copy of the Princess. Which is kind of crazy how the TCG got an exclusive card to make the Fiendsmith stuff even better than it was in the OCG. Before we already thought the deck was going to be tier 0. Or the engine, I should say, being tier 0. But having a card that lets us go immediately into it without needing to have multiple other cards is just low-key crazy. We're going to be seeing the Engraver put back the Requiem, summon myself out here. And we can now go up into a copy of Sequence. They're maybe thinking of a Battle Phase. They're half damage. They're not going to be able to KO them through Prosperity. But I guess they are thinking here if they want to do anything else. We're going to go up into a copy of Sequence. Now we could have an Imperm set as well. That could definitely hurt the board by going Imperm on that Sequence. But no, it's going to resolve here. They're going to put back to go up into the copy of Lacrima. Lacrima does not have a target, I believe. You need to put back Moon alongside itself. Yeah. So let me just link up into a copy of... I don't even know what we choose to link up into. Going for an SP here. Going to try to banish, and we do Lacrima Burn here. Banishing the copy of the Chimera Fusion, which we know they reset. We're calculating the life points that we are currently at, and it was half damage because of the Prosperity. During the end phase here, it looks like they are thinking about trying to use the Bephermat in the graveyard there. We're going to be setting a card and just passing turn like this. We're going to activate the effect of the Bephermat banishing itself to summon with the copy of Yama. Yama can then activate, but we're going to most likely see a Fenrir on resolution as well. It'll banish it face down, but we will still add the copy of Chimera from the graveyard back to the hand here. And so we choose a draw for turn, because this is going to be in the end phase and not one in the Chimera. We do have a copy of Engraver, but we're going to start off with a copy of Chimera, targeting the face down, being a copy of Super Poly there. And we see the Fenrir banish that Chimera, and so that's going to be a scoop from the Chimera player. That's kind of crazy that we saw the board being just broken with a copy of Dragon and Archfiend there. Putting all your P's in one pod, not having that Imperm set definitely hurt as well. Maybe we would have seen a different line where Imperm would have been able to hit this sequence, and we would have been in a little bit of a more troubling situation. But they didn't really do very much with that sequence, being a body so we can go up into a copy of SP. But still, very nice that we saw that, or even the Imperm on the copy of the Mimighoul Archfiend, so that we wouldn't be able to activate the effects of the guy. We could have also maybe seen a copy of Super Poly being activated, discarding the Ash there, using the copy of Archfiend, and then I guess it'd be kind of hard because it is a Fiend. I don't think we had any other non-Fiend on the field. Once Archfiend activated, we could have maybe just chained to it, see if we could have made any body there. Even this Archfiend target the copy of Dragon, and we chain Super Poly to, we can't make Super... Yeah, maybe we made a Yugiohtcg if we do play it. That could have potentially kind of dodged... Well, Dragon is an Earth, so I suppose we can't. We can't even go for the Guardian Chimera with that. So yeah, thinking back, there might have been some different lines that we could have potentially made. I don't exactly know. I would have to look at our extra deck. I'm not the one playing, so I'm just thinking back. But it is kind of rough that we got hit with that. But setting the Imperm would have been quite nice. We're going to be seeing the Chimera Illusion player go once again. We're going to be seeing the Bigwing Baphomet being summoned. Then we're going to be able to search for a copy of the Gazelle and the Chimera. We're going to go up into the copy of the Hand Rip this time, being the King of Illusion. And we're going to activate the effect, summoning back out, and then being able to add the copy of the Apprentice Magician, which is going to be incredible, being able to discard a card, just essentially search for any illusion monsters. Discarding a copy of Crossout here for itself. And then we're going to be able to search for a copy of, we'll maybe see a Diabell's being summoned, or a copy of the Dark Charm, or the Dark Statue. But we're going to see a Quaddle being searched. Now we do have 2 level 6s on the field after we add back that copy of the Chimera Fusion. But just going to set this and pass, and then we're going to be seeing an end phase destruction of the hand. I mean, after the last game, they kind of want to just play it simply by maybe having the negate with the Mirror Swords Knight, as well as a copy of the Quaddle. Just going to be getting infinite resources in their hand. So we're going to see the Bigwing Baphomet being summoned once again, being able to search for a copy of Chimera Fusion and the Gazelle. We do see a Unicorn being special summoned out. This is going to be different. Going to be able to search for a copy of Birth this time. And the extra deck going to be starting to get rid. But we do have a copy of Droll and Lockbird to hit on this. That means that Prosperity is going to be dead. The Mimighoul Masters are also going to be dead. Alongside, I think, the copies of flipped Archfiend. We're going to be seeing the Battle Phase, and then we're going to be seeing the Unicorn hit into the copy of the Bigwing. They're going to activate the effect, banishing a card from their extra deck, and they are looking here. We're going to be seeing a Quaddle in the graveyard, as well as a copy of the Mirror Swords Knight. So having a target and a monster negate on the field. We're going to get rid of the copy of Guardian Chimera. That card's definitely going to be amazing. I'm assuming we're going to be seeing some sets that's going to be happening in the next bit here, or just not wanting their Unicorn alongside that Birth to be hit. Once they link it away, if that Birth and the monster that they summon kind of go, then it's going to be kind of hard for them. especially when they know they have Chimera Fusion. Like, we're going to be seeing a Gradient Chimera being made most likely this turn. But I mean, you do stop down so many cards with that Droll and Lopper. Like, I'm thinking maybe you just don't. But at the same time, it's like, it's just so worth it. We see them just pass on that too, which definitely helps out. Now, what's really cool about Birth is that Birth, while they control the unicorns, also going to be able to banish the cards from the graveyard here, which definitely helps out. You know, having the Mirror Swords Knight, the Quail in the graveyard, definitely could just be impactful. We do see a normal Summon of Gazelle activating the effect, and Unicorn will now rip a copy of Secrets from their extra deck. You know, they're being a very nice fuse card, most likely a one-of as well. You definitely never play 2 Sequence, and they have to be careful finding a way to kind of beat over this copy of Fenrir or Unicorn prior to activating a spell, or they're going to full send it and not care. Going for a Magnum the Reliever, activating the Chimera Fusion in the hand, and they are going to be chaining Birth on resolution to this, being able to banish. We're going to be seeing the Necrom, the copy of the Chimera, and a copy of... They have another Chimera Fusion on the field, so they're not going to care that much about it being banished. We're going to go for the Big Wing. It's like Big Wing, Necrom? Okay. They're going to chain the copy of Magnum, banishing the copy of Chimera Fusion to pop the copy of Birth so that it's not going to resolve. And they seem to scoop it up on that. Going to be too much here. Yeah. I mean, Droll is really good against Mimighoul, especially when you start off with a copy of the Cashier. I don't think their hand was that good either. But like, it stops Master, it stops the set effect of Archfiend, it stops Mimighoul Dungeon, which, like, all of them are really, really good. And I think it also stops Mimighoul Maker. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, because it adds it to your hand as well as summons it. So I'm assuming that you're not going to be able to activate the effect of Maker on the Droll. Now, like, a lot of times it doesn't just kill the deck because you're not going to start off with a copy of Unicorn, which in that one case where it did come up. If you started off with a copy of Fenrir, you're most likely not going to be activating the effect before you do anything else. Now, obviously, we are playing Prosperities, so there are like multiple cards that we could dead draw into a copy of Droll and Lockbird, which is kind of unfortunate. But looking from their hand, it didn't look like they had too much going for them anyways. You know, they did get hand ripped, making them down to 5 cards. And, like, you know, we had so much advantage being able to just go into like multiple copies of Chimera Fusion, having the Big Wing being able to search for 2 cards, and the Gazelle as well. But we're going to be seeing the Mimighoul player start off here with the special summon out of a Unicorn. They're going to activate the effect once again, searching for a Birth. Are we going to be seeing a Droll and Resolution this time? We do not. So we're going to be starting the activate the Maker. Maker will be able to search for a copy of the Mimighoul Dragon here. Another search card, which we can normal summon, then activate the effect to search for a copy of, I believe, the Trap, or the spell here, going for the Maker. So it's going to be our second search, which would have been turned off. We're then going to activate the Maker as well, being able to set a copy of Cerberus or the copy of Archfiend they're going to choose. And we see the Cerberus head to their face, or face down onto their field here. Then when you can special out a copy of the copy of the Archfiend. Then we're going to be banishing, we're going to be activating the effect to make our opponents flip up that copy of Cerberus. Then we're going to be banishing 3 cards from their deck. We hit the Track and a copy of Ash here, as well as the Unicorn going to be able to rip from their extra deck, which is really cool. Like, this is the power of Mimighoul being able to hit, and we do hit a copy of Lacrima here, which is very interesting, you know, with the effect that we hit the copy of the Track here. You know, maybe not wanting to go for that copy of the Lacrima. We see them link away into a Silhouette Rabbit, look through their deck once again, and this is the Todd Tolbart special. You know, siding out the Trap. At the OTS, or at the regionals, he actually didn't even play the Trap. He forgot it, and once again, and like me, misplay is our thing here. So we see the Silhouette Rabbit being made without the Trap being able to be set. Now, imagine there is a trap being set as a part of the interruption, which are going to be counting during the end phase here. But we see them go up into a copy of IP using the Requiem, and we're already activating track, summoning out, yada yada yada. We're going to make a copy of the sequence. Sequence can activate the effect here to then be able to putting back the copy of the Requiem and the copy of Engraver alongside the Lurie to bring out the copy here of the Desiree. And then we can actually just link up into an Appaloosa if we want to. I believe that's where we're going. Or a Griffin here. That's also another good option. Unfortunately, the zoning is going to be a little bit screwed up, but we want to make sure that it can't be kind of negated there. We're going to be seeing the sequence going to be placing on the Desiree to have a negate. We see a Dimension Fissure as well as a Birth and the Unicorn bringing back out. And we have a copy of Duster here. Now that's going to be able to stop the copy of Desiree. We have a Forbidden Droplets as well to stop that copy of Desiree. I meant the Duster was going to be stopped by Desiree, but we're going to be seeing Droplets being able to send. And that's a lot for Fiendsmith here. But we're going to be seeing them send 3. It's going to most likely be negating the Desiree. Or I still don't even have to... I mean, they have to negate the Desiree because they want to target... Or do they have to? Because Forbidden Droplets is going to... Yeah, we're going to be negating everything but Desiree there. Because the Desiree is not going to be able to negate anything once the spell and trap cards are destroyed. So now we have an empty field here. Kind of crazy how we broke it with Dragon and then broke it with this. We see a Mirror Sword being activated, and then we're going to be ashing that. Our last card in the hand. We do have the copy of the Quaddle there to search for a copy of Gazelle, but that's going to be it for us. We wasted all our hand to try and negate their board, so we just scoop it up, realizing that the game is going to be over during the next turn. They will be able to just attack. And that's just going to be it. Now, if we had the copy of the Silhouette Rabbit Trap there, it would have just been wiped with the copy of Duster, so it wouldn't have done very much there. But we see just the power of Mimighoul as well as Fiendsmith Chimera being able to make these explosive boards and then being able to see them being broken with a bunch of cards, which is just really cool. Regardless, hope you've been watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content like this. Stay safe. Peace.